Hey everybody, I'm so happy as always to be with y'all today. Hopefully y'all can hear everything. Hopefully everything is fine. I did a pre-flight check and everything seemed to be okay. So first of all, shout out to DJ Jeff Moyer. Always appreciate your raids on Sundays, and hopefully some of y'all will stick around and see what we've got going on. So I've got a brand new solo project called Sudre's Violin, and it's kind of a departure from the sound of kind of some of the other stuff that I've been doing. And today I'm starting on a brand new piece for Sudre's Violin, and it is tentatively called "They Borrow Our Eyes." So one of the things I did over quarantine was I studied how different musicians that I admire write their songs, and I ended up taking a masterclass by Danny Elfman, Oingo Boingo, of course, and learned that what he does is he records like a piano part for each of the instruments that's going to be in the final piece. So I thought we might do the same kind of thing with "They Borrow Our Eyes." So when I did prep, I did a few tracks. We have a simple beat there. We have a very simple bass line. I think that's kind of evocative. And then we have our chord progression. All right, so that's what we're going to start with. And we're going to do some live instruments today. I'm not sure if we'll get to any synth stuff. But we're going to feature a couple of different instruments today. The first, if you've seen the show before, you're very familiar with this, the St. Vincent Music Man guitar. But also, and I'm super excited about that, I'm going to do live bass. So this is a Lakland bass. My friend, who maybe y'all have seen on Twitch before, Panda Brand, who also did some of the bass for Calamity Orchestra, recommended this bass to me because I had a really shitty bass, and I finally got rid of it. So this is a Lakland, which is kind of a boutique brand. And one of the things I love about this bass, guitar strings are rough. They're wound, and bass strings are all wound. But this is called flat wound, so it's very smooth very smooth to play, and it's nice on the fingers. So to start off with, we're going to add a new instrument track for the bass. So we're going to connect the guitar, and we're going to select input 5, and by default we're going to have just an unprocessed sound here. And y'all know I have to have my track icons exactly right. Okay, so I thought we'd start out just by recording a bass and kind of going from there. So y'all ready? Here we go. Arms up. And I did practice a little bit just so that I knew where the notes were. And again, this is unprocessed bass, so that's what we've got. I did think about using the new Schecter 7-string, but decided I wanted a lower octave. And y'all know many times what I will do is I'll do a bass part on the higher strings, kind of inspired by Hooky. but we're gonna do low strings today. I think Sudre's violin, I want like a deep, rich sound down there. So here's what we're doing. All right, I hope y'all can hear that okay. So we're just gonna run through it a few times. As you may have noticed, I have a cycle region set up for 16 bars. And the other thing I wanted to point out is that this song is in 3/4 time, which is commonly known as a waltz beat. And I think one of the bands that put 3/4 time to good use is, and also the Trees. All right, let's see what happens. Got it all record enabled. Let's go. All right, we missed our cue coming in, so we're gonna do that again. Nasty rattle. That sounds okay. So before we get too far, now that we have like a little bit of audio from the bass, let's do just the tiniest bit of, not production, we're just gonna add some effects here. And I'm gonna go to my own patches first, and we're just gonna solo that track. We're not mixing, so that's fine. That is super loud, but has a good tone. I'm not sure I like that. Let's see what else we have. Don't have a lot of bass patches, so maybe we ought to go with something a little different. Let's go with the crunch bass and see. No. That one has that nice kind of nice 80s chorus on it. But super quiet, so let's add some gain. No, I don't like the way that sounds. I think our signal might be a little low. I think we better re-record that and maybe jack up the level. All right, let's see if we can get a better well, let's give it a try. Oops. It's clipping. So that might might be a bit much. Sorry, I'll take some trial and error here. All right, how did that sound? Still, sorry y'all, I did not do any tone on this. How's that? That might be something you can work with. I am, as y'all know, I usually do synth spaces, so, and I very rarely play live bass. I've never done it on a stream before, so it might take a little work. Sorry I didn't do this in advance. So we're just going to go into a very narrow section here. Getting closer. I am going to put I'm going to put a gain plugin in here, and I'm going to move that behind the noise, behind the bass amp, and let's see. There's a little bit of crunch at the high end. Sounds like something is loose maybe. So let's see. That's good. All right, and we're gonna create a send here. To give ourselves some space. We're gonna put it in space. Hi Po, hi everybody. Okay, so we're on bus 4 and we're gonna go to delay, Reverb Space Designer, which of course is my favorite Reverb plugin. And I want to put it in a space, but not too big of a space. So let's go with a string hall, and then we're going to send some of the signal to it. All right, I guess it's some space there, and let's drop it down in the mix a little bit. All right. So what I'm thinking of doing is playing the live bass all the way through. So we're going to unsolo that. You know what? Let's go ahead and get a guitar set up here first. So new instrument. Go to input 6. All right. And we're going to set the cycle region back up because we're just going to be playing around with what kind of sound we want. And I'm thinking we'd have a couple of guitar tracks, maybe one that is finger picked, and another one that has that nice kind of shoegaze guitar sound. that we used last week. Hope everybody's good in chat, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. All right, and I'm gonna be finger picking, which no pick, just fingers. All right, let's give it a try. Oh no, Logic is clownballing. Logic may have just crashed on me. Oh, there it goes. All right. Yeah, Logic is crapping out. I better reboot it. All right, 1 second. Logic is finicky, OBS is finicky. Computers were a terrible idea. Everything is broken, and I'm sorry that I played a part in it. All right, let's try all that again. I don't know why that says Versox now. What the hell? Here we go. All right. Chords are a bit off there. So one thing that I've talked about before, I am incapable of doing bar chords. So bar chord is like where you put one finger there and to hold the strings down, basically raises the pitch of all the strings. And my hand's just not strong enough to do it. So as a workaround, I play really fucked up chords that don't involve bar chords, which means that I get some extra kind of weird notes in there, which I actually kind of like. All right, let's try that again. Right at all. All right, something like that. Something like that. So let's. I'm gonna mute the chord progression and the bass line, and let's let's just see what this kind of feels like. We have the basics here, and I think we're gonna add percussion a little bit. I'm gonna produce this guitar a little bit, so we're gonna cycle it. Kind of like that. Like that. I'm going to take the low end out with a high pass filter. Oops. Alright, let's send that guitar to space as well. Let's see, I'm just going to call that space. And we're going to set up our cycle region again. And we're just going to send just enough to space that we hear it a little bit, but it's not too much. We're putting the bass on the guitar in the same space. See how spacious that sounds now? And let's bring the volume down some. Bring the bass up a little bit. All right, so we have various parts here. I've got the markers, verse 1, bridge 1, chorus 1, etc. that we're all going to build out, and they're going to have a different feel to them. And I want kind of a slow build between a spacious, understated verse, picking up a little bit of intensity in the bridge, and then maybe going full on wall of sound for the chorus. So what I'm going to do for now is just loop that bass through the verse, and I really hate this beat track, but we'll get there soon. And that is way off. All right, got to re-record our bass part, y'all. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's loop that because that is now okay, and let's loop it right through the first verse. No, I'm gonna copy it. Oops. And one more. All right, that carries us through the verse. So we hear the guitar coming in soon. All right, I want to cycle just that guitar area. It's a little loud in the mix. So I'm going to pull the gain down some. Maybe the bass needs to come up some. All right, I think that's going to work. All right. Something with the percussion now. Get rid of this. So we're gonna mute that, and I think I'm not sure if we want to add a drummer track. That might be more trouble than it's worth. So why don't we go with a drum kit designer synth? We'll do synth drums, and I don't want them to sound machine-like. Just want them to be present and kind of loose and kind of analog. And we're going to start out slow and kind of build it up a little bit. But right now I'm just going to do something super simple. Okay. Oh no, we were recording over our bass. Okay, I think I'll just do a little hi-hat. Oops. We're going to make this just a hi-hat track. And let's quantize the puppy. Looks pretty good. Doesn't need a lot of quantization. Okay, so we have our hi-hat, and let's duplicate that, and let's do a kick, and we'll do all that over. I might end up changing the kit. This one's a little heavy, but oops. There's a basic kick for us, and we will add one more drum track. I think we might do toms. I kind of like the sound of toms. All right. I don't like the toms in this kit, but we're not shopping for sounds right now. We're just laying down the basics. And the toms are not going to come in right away. Okay. That pattern better. We're going to put the toms way in the background, but we always record at full volume. Some very basic toms there. We're going to quantize that as well to 16th note. And that should all be nice and tight. And I'm going to solo just the drums. And we have our second region set up, so let's that's shitty. That's really shitty. Why don't we cut this and throw all that out, and for now we'll just cycle that. Hearing some weird stuff in here, y'all. That might be good enough for now. Let's just loop that out to the bridge, and we'll also loop our other drums, and then we'll go back and do some more on the guitar to fill that section out. All right, what do we have? Little color on that. And let's do some EQ as well. Just like really light EQ, just temporary stuff. I just don't want to be distracted by it. Little space we're going to send to our space bus. Sent the wrong track. Here we go. Yeah, nice big space there. We'll dial it down so we just hear it. Let's do something with our toms. We're also going to send our toms to our space bus. Not too much. And let's also add just a bit of delay on it. Got a little motion in there now. But again, the toms are pretty low in the mix, which is just fine. And our hi-hat is pretty distant. I think we're sending too much of it out. And let's go to EQ, and let's do something with what's an overhead mic? It's got lots of high end, but you can see that most of our sound's coming in around the 200 hertz area. So we're going to boost that up some, and then I want to see where that, the open one's going to be a sweet spot right here probably. And we're also going to add some gain to this track. It's a little quiet. And gain goes first in the signal chain. Now I think we can hear that pretty well. And we're going to do another delayed designer just to give it some more motion. Kind of a little rattle there, right? Hear that? And it sounds really wet here, but in the mix it's a little more subtle. But let's bring the dry up a little bit, and we're going to wet up just a little bit. And we're going to add some pre-delay. What pre-delay does is it keeps the delay from muddying up the initial attack, the initial hit of the sound. All right, so I think that's okay. I think that's doing okay. Kick is a little heavy on the reverb, so we're going to dial that back some. And our toms need a bit of EQ as well. And you can see that's where the sweet spot in the waveform is. So we want to boost there, but if we look at the EQ on the kick, we want to make sure there's not overlap there. So see, our kick is coming in around maybe 150, and that's exactly the same area where the tom is. So maybe we should move the tom a bit. And then on our kick, we'll add some different EQ. And you can see this is boosting the high end quite a bit. Get some sparkle and some presence. And I do want to bring the high end up just a little bit. That's good. And let's send a little bit less. Alright, I think we have our EQ decent enough. Yeah, I like that. All right, well, let's do some more guitar, shall we? I'm going to start about here. Give ourselves a couple measures to get in the groove. And I am going to be doing some wall of guitar soon, but we got to get through this verse first. I think we've got it. Not terrible, but I think we can do a little better than that. Let's give it another shot. Coming along. I think we can do a little better. But we're getting close to the way I want it to sound. And I'm starting out like kind of sparse, and then bringing it in as it goes on. And just again for a kind of slow build. Feeling a lot better. Let's do one more take just in case. There was a bit slop, so let's try that one more time. Yeah, that felt a lot better. Oh, hey, just saw Wirehead Arts in chat. Hey, friend. All right, let's give that a listen. We'll start from the beginning. I think I want this to be, oops. We're going to pick this up and just use this for accent. So it comes in at the, here we go. Let's try it. think I like this pedal board. Let's do a little something different with this. Let's add a compressor. The main thing a compressor does, that's a lot of gain now. The main thing a compressor does is it kind of evens out the peaks and valleys in kind of the volume or the gain of the guitar. So let's go to a preset. I am not at all good. Oops, I had it super loud. I'm not really good with compressors. I don't do anything fancy. I think I want a little more high end on the guitar. Get some of that resonance. We're gonna bring that down. Just want to kind of trebly. So we're gonna do a high pass. And that'll give us that nice. I don't know where that pop is coming from all of a sudden. There we go. All right. Let's give it a listen. And the other thing we're going to do for some positionality is just pan a little bit to the right channel. I'll try turning off the compressor. Yeah, Wirehead Art said he didn't feel like it needed compression, and I think I agree. Okay, so coming into the bridge, we're going to build things up a bit, and we're going to start. This is where the first synths are going to come in. We're going to bring in some pads. So we're going to do this. No instrument, and let's take a look at what we have. I'm taking maybe some kind of broken strings kind of sound, something a little, I don't want to say glitchy because I don't want to make you think it's like a big heavy thing, but just a bit. So we're gonna grab our kick and hi-hat, and we're gonna paste them in here for our bridge, and we will build them up a little bit in a second. First, I want to add our synth. So we're going to go with the pad, like I said, and let's see, synthesizer pad. A lot of pads are like very much in your face. I prefer something a little subtle. So I have some patches here. Ooh, Shipwreck organ is so good. There's one here called Unstable Strings. This is what it sounds like. So it's got that little bit of wobble in it. So we might try that one. We also have Mutilated Wave. And this one. And that one is very, very glitchy in Ghost Fox. That has some interesting stuff, but might be too much. So let's start with our unstable strings and see where it goes. And this will be our first instrument that's kind of in the higher pitches, higher octaves. All right, let's give it a shot and see what happens. Kind of like the way that sounded. So let's audition some patches. First, we're going to quantize, of course. Everything looks pretty good. Everything looks pretty decent. With a pad, sometimes the attacks are super slow. So what I end up doing is like going a little bit in advance of the notes. So that's what we're gonna do. Just so they come in a little bit more quickly. I could edit the patch too, but all right, let's give that a shot with just a little bit before the beat. Yeah, I am liking that. So we're gonna bring in a little bit of distorted guitar now, I think. So I'm gonna call this bridge guitar dist. And so we're gonna do some chords, but I want them to be kind of big. Not too big, but I want to start building it up toward to what we're going to do in the chorus. All right. And y'all notice I still have this whammy bar on from last week's session. I don't know if I'll use it. Maybe. And now for that second chord, it's an A minor, but what I was doing in the fingerpick section was up here. Here it's a little brighter. There's that note right there. So we're gonna play the chords straight on the bridge because we don't want any. I don't want any like tonic tension there. I just want the build, and I think we're gonna go with the pick. All right, let's give this a shot and see what happens. That was okay. We will try. Let's do another take. One of the nice things about Logic is when you're recording, you can turn on a mode such that it'll do a new one of these, a new recording for every take, and then you can go and pick either which take you want, or even parts of different takes and blend them together. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's give this a try. Might try a different kind of strum. Missed it. That one might have been it. Looks pretty on the beat based on the waveform. I know I've lost some of y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let's hear it coming out of the verse. That other guitar and see how it feels. Very loud. We're gonna drop that way down. Like it. And then we're gonna go full bore. We are gonna go full bore on this chorus. Y'all, I really need a break. I need to get myself something to drink. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to switch over to break mode. I try not to do this so often because I always lose folks. Let's give a listen to what we have so far on Suzanne, which was from last session. And I will be right back. Sorry. Yeah, I realized that could very well have been a Twinkie break. I do, in fact, have my golden cream-filled snack cake waiting at the ready. Not sure, the timing's kind of weird today. Not sure what's going on. Okay, so I think we're ready to do the giant chorus. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a drummer, and we're going to, we'll say alternative. I don't know what that's going to sound like. Okay. So we have this little automatic drum track here, and you see the controls that we have down here for kind of tuning it the way we want it to be. And I'm thinking this maybe we can bring this in on the bridge, kind of in a subtle kind of way, and see what that feels like. I'm not gonna double it. All right, so we'll set up a cycle region here, and let's just let's see what the drums want to sound like. I wanted to build, but I don't want it to be too aggressive yet. That kind of feels good. Let's go ahead and loop that, and let's see how it feels coming into the verse. And we're going to play around with the kit as well in a minute. Kind of digging the build there. I like it. Why is this? There we go. Okay, so I think the guitar is building just fine, and we're ready to go giant in our first chorus here. Fix up that pad real quick first. Sure about this string. Sorry, I got kind of distracted here. I do want to audition a different patch because this is kind of it's kind of distracting me. So we're going to double up that part. Come on, double up. There we go. We're going to mute that one, and let's shop for sounds a little bit. That has a kind of nice sound to it. Hype train, oh my god, thanks y'all. just a hint of a choir voice to it, doesn't it? Don't want it to be too present, though. All right, let's hear how. Let's give a listen to the whole thing and see how it's going, and then we'll jump into the big loud chorus before we end. Get some string noise on the guitar, that's okay. This is just a scratch track. Okay, here comes the bridge. We're getting a little bigger. Thanks y'all for all the cheers and subs. Really appreciate y'all. And as you know, I always give back. We all support each other in this community. That's one of the things I love about it. I think what we're going to end up doing is with these two tracks we have here. I'm going to solo both of them so you can just hear how they sound together. So we've got the strings here, and something with a little bit of vox to it. Just a hint of a human voice. And what I think we're going to end up doing is we'll keep one simple in the first bridge, and then we'll add some more stems tracks to it as we go along, and kind of build from there. All right, y'all. I think it is time for the chorus. And this song, I wouldn't exactly say it's the bass is ground bass or ostinato, but it is the same chord progression each time, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. That's kind of how bands like Swans build their sounds or build their songs. All right, so I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to add a duplicate of our other guitar, and we're going to call it chorus guitar. I'm doing this because I want it to be just a little bigger than what we did here, where the guitar's a little bit distant. That's kind of distant. We're still going to have some distance in it, but I just want a little bit more power. And we're going to swap over to the pre-verse, and we'll record this guitar part. Let me hit a... Okay. And I used the Damien the other day. I think in Gas Station Carnival, and you might be wondering why I went back to the St. Vincent. One thing I've discovered as I've continued to play is different guitars have different characteristics, and I didn't know this for a long time. It seems simple now, but so different guitars have different tones. The bodies are made of different wood, which changes the way it sustains. So it's about picking the right guitar for the sound that you want. Thought Baby Tina, but I know. we will bring Damien back maybe next week if we work on Gas Station Carnival some more. All right, and we're going to be pretty aggressive here and might use a little bit of that whammy bar. And we'll play with the guitar settings in a little bit. I just want to get the track down first. Wow, that was completely off the beat. Sorry. That's because we did not bring our drums over. For now, I'm just going to loop those drums from the pre-chorus, and that's not what we're going to stick with. But all right. Oops, are we on the wrong track? No, we're good. Okay. Play the right chord line. We're in E minor. We're going to do that again. Off beat. All right, maybe that's something we can work with at least, and maybe get a little bit of our production in. And Heather, you're asking, this is a nicotine vape. I try and stay just a little clear-headed in when I'm doing this show, but yeah. All right, we have our bass. We are going to re-record the bass because I'm going to want a lot more energy in that bass. But I just want to give a general listen to how the guitar feels, and we'll pick a nice patch for the effect chain. and I will not be sending the distorted guitar to our Space Designer aux, because I want it to be like right up front, and like just kind of in your face. And we're doing a little something here. In the signal chain, we have this pitch shift plugin, and I'm going to just solo guitar for a second, so you can, and I'm going to crank it up so you can hear what's happening. Basically, what we're doing is we're mixing the tone about 38% between the straight sound, and we're adding kind of cheating at a harmony part by bringing in a seventh, and we're detuning it just a little bit to add some more tonality to it. So let's hear that. And without, so you can hear it. It just sweetens it up a little bit. Oh my God, y'all gave me a level 5 hype train. I can't believe it. Y'all are way too kind to me. Way too kind. All right, so let's give it a listen coming out of the pre-chorus and see what it feels like, or coming out of the bridge. All right, and that is not big yet, of course. So let's add our drum part here. And we're gonna make it loud and complex. And we're gonna throw some snare in there finally. How does that sound? Just gonna grab a little bit. Yeah, that's the crashes in there, and I don't want to loop it. I want to tweak it a little bit. Let's take this one a little less complex, a little loud, and this one now will go up. So coming out. And on this puppy, we're going to add a whole bunch of fills. So let's try that again. Kind of like the way it's coming along, y'all. And we're gonna add let's add our new synth part. My icons keep getting messed up. Okay, and you've got to be blue. You know, it doesn't make a difference, but I just like to keep shit organized. Oh yeah, synths are purple. Okay. All right. So let's add a synth part here. We'll add a new track, and I'm going to want this to be kind of a big, bright sound. This guitar. So the guitar has a lot of high frequency on the EQ. See where we boosted between 3 and 4K. So we're gonna do something more in the mid range with this synth part, and I'm just gonna solo it for a second, and we will record it live because the other one, as you remember, we tweaked the timing on a little bit. But let's find a nice sound, and I think we might go with a lead. A lot of these are like way over the top, but some of them work well as a kind of build up. So let's just audition some sounds here. Yeah, you can tell that's way too much, and just for the purpose of having something to work with. Oops. Just going to give ourselves a couple of measures, and I'm going to paste that previous part right in. And we're going to quantize it because, again, we started all those notes a little early. Oh no. And that's absolutely the wrong lead sound. It's monophonic, and also it doesn't have what we're looking for. But again, we're going to audition, so let's see what we get. That one has some potential. Nope. That's another monophonic. Well, maybe we should go with a traditional pad. And we can always adjust it for a nice fast attack. I want something with some motion. But not too much. That one's okay. That one could be interesting. Let's hear it in C2. That one's a definite maybe. That one kind of sounds nice in C2. That's one I reach for quite a bit. It might be too soft. That's the sound I want. There it is. Alright, let's give it a listen. Should we listen to it all the way through? What do y'all think? We've got about 20 minutes left. So I think what we'll finish up with is replacing our placeholder percussion at the beginning. But let's listen the whole thing through and see how it feels. it's getting there. I did add a second synth layer. Roughing it up a little bit there. Not sure if that's going to be distracting. I just want a little bit, I want a little bit more. It's going to be a little rough. Just add some noise. And the other thing we're going to do to kind of modulate this a little bit more, we're going to do some modulation on it. And I think might do a ring shifter. That could be interesting. Ring shifters are tricky because they tend to be like super out over the top. But we do have a dry wet mix here, so excuse me. Again, just for some motion in there. I think that's kind of what we want. Let's listen to that build from the bridge. I don't want these to get in the way of the guitar. Alright, I think that's sounding pretty good. So we have a little bit of time left, and what we'll do is let's add some machine drums in the intro, and we'll come in halfway through, and I want this to be like kind of subtle. We're going to go soft and simple. And let's see what we can come up with here. That sounds okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting rid of our temporary drums here. Let me turn those off. I may keep the toms. Let's see. those toms doubled. That'll be here. Okay. Yeah, so let's add another drum part, and this one will sustain us through the verse. So we're going to do this in two parts. Our verse is 16 measures, so that means we have 2 passes at the drums here. So and again, we want to build. So as we progress, I'm going to make it a little louder. And we're going to do another one, and that one's going to be a little loud and a little complex. And we might change up the hi-hat pattern. All right, let's start from about here. Messed up. I meant to have that synth muted. I will come in. All right, and just to give y'all a hint of what's coming, we are going to drop back down in the pre-verse. I'm going to copy this over just so you get a feel for how I want it to be, and we're going to grab our first verse drum part, and we're going to drop that in as well. And again, I just want y'all to get a sense of the rise and fall. So we're going to go like halfway through the chorus, and then we're going to come right back out, and it's going to be nice and quiet again. I love that build and fall. Yeah, so that's how it's gonna work out. All right, y'all. I think we're just about ready to call it a day. I want to let you know I upload all work in progress to SoundCloud, and I save every version of the song. So if you're interested in seeing how things go along, you can actually look at session 1, look at session 2. Also, I do some stuff in between live streams. So yeah, you can find that there too. You can get to all of my music, everything I have, and some video projects at nosignal.zone. And mods, who are we gonna raid? Oh, Rodsboro's up. Okay, let's raid Rodsboro, everybody. Thank you again so much for being here. Really appreciate you all, and I really appreciate the interest in what I do, and I hope you're enjoying the new sound. All right, y'all, here we go.